Welcome to Aimee Nolte Music. Today's video is going to be good for instrumentalists and singers alike. Do you ever find yourself on a gig and you're just calling tunes? Like it's one of those gigs where maybe you've got a set list but you don't have any charts and you're just calling tunes for everybody. And you just play arrangements that you make up right there on the spot. Usually your band, if you're a singer, your band is in charge of the intro, right? You're kind of in charge of the ending though. And as an instrumentalist too, if you're the leader of a band, you're in charge of the ending. I'm going to tell you a little trick, something that I do at my gigs, especially if I'm with musicians that are thrown together at the last second. This is a great little trick. All it is you know what the endings are, right? Maybe you don't know what the endings are. Let me show you what the endings are. Classic endings in jazz are like this. You come around to the end of the tune, and maybe it's the A train, right? So, you found the quickest way to Harlem. Do, 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 do. That's the Ellington Ending. You can use it on any tune, any major tune. So say it's, this song is you. Do, 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 do. That's the Ellington Ending. I call that 1. Okay. Number 2 is the Count Basie ending. Now the Count Basie band, Ellington had his classic ending that came from A Train. Count Basie band had their signature ending that came from several of their songs, where at the end of the song, they wrap it up, and instead of going da 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 da, Count Basie would just play very lightly on the piano, 1, bum, bum, bum. That's it. And the other notes are dum, 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 boom, 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 dum. I call that number 2. Another ending that I like to use is just one that I actually learned from Nina Simone. It's not like a classic ending or anything, but it's an ending. All it is that you play, here comes the end of the song, right? Ba. Like that. That's it. It's just a scale, just a major scale that goes down. I call that number 3. The last one is number 4, and it's called the sharp 11 ending or the sharp 4 ending. And the way that it goes is da 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 da, and then instead of landing on the 1 chord, you land on the sharp 4 chord. Da 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 da, like that. I won't be really fancy. Let me just show it to you. Watch this. Wah! This song is you. Yeah, that's the number 4 ending. That's the number 4 ending. So what I do is I get there to my gig. I say, all right, I'm just going to call a bunch of tunes tonight, guys. All right, they're all going to be songs that you know. I won't do them in crazy keys. And then, well, that's a subject for another day. But I like to not call songs in crazy keys so that the instrumentalists don't have a really hard time. So typically, all the songs I sing are in like B flat or F or C or E flat sometimes, like that. Pretty easy keys. That was a tangent. Okay, so I get to the gig. I say, I'm just gonna call tunes tonight. I've got 4 endings I like to use. These are what they are. Number 1 is the Ellington ending. 2 is the Basie ending. 3 is a major scale that goes down. Da 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 ba. 4 is the sharp 4 ending, and that's easy to remember because it's 4 and sharp 4, right? They always just go cool. So all I do, and I'm typically playing piano, but the end of the song is coming around. I just hold it up real quick and then we just nail it. And then it sounds like we're polished, like we practiced something before, and we almost never have. So it's a good thing. If you're playing with these guys often, you probably want to come up with a few different ones to use because you might get bored of these. But gosh, just for one night, for just calling tunes, playing a bunch of standards, like this is a really good option. So you've got them, 4 endings, got your 4 fingers. If you're the singer, you hold it behind your back. Don't let your audience see. Just hold it up behind your back, kind of like your volleyball player, and you're calling where you're going to block. Maybe you don't know about that. Yeah, behind your back. Nobody can see. Here's something else. You don't have to be boring with your Ellington ending. So if your band is playing da 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 da, you have an endless amount of choices of what to sing over that. You don't have to sing that. You don't, if you're instrumentalist, you don't have to play that either. You can play anything. And let me just show you, how you can go about choosing what you play. I'll give you a whole bunch of choices. I'm just gonna make them up right now and see how many I can come up with. Because really, endless. It's a myriad of choices, a whole slew of variety. All right, so let's see what I can think of. Da. So this one's classic. Da 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 ludo. That one sounds great with da 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 ludo, or da 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 ludo, da 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 ludo, 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 da 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 ludo. Da 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 See, there's so many. I might have repeated some, but you can just make up as many as you want. And when the song's ending, coming around, that's all you have to do. You just make up whatever you want. You're holding up the number 1. Your band is gonna go da 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 da, and you're gonna do whatever sounds good over that. And it could be any one of those choices. You can make up your own. That's about it. That's how I do my endings on the fly, on the gig. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.